Time to get to work. Oh, yeah! Therapy! I love it!
Going to work.
Gonna listen to people's private lives and judge them, but not because they're real, because they're fake.
What happened.
Don't do it to real people.
Hello, Harriman.
Yes. We can just get down to it.
I want to know.
Sure, we can do that. What brings you here today? It's okay to tell me what's on your mind.
Well,
Oh,
I slept with Sylvia.
Yeah! What? Why is he
He
upset?
seems like very nervous, so I don't...
To think I was so nervous about approaching her that I went and got therapy here.
Ah, so he did the thing.
A week later, we happened to be in the library, and I just started talking with her. We talked, and then everything just happened. Like a train, following tracks laid out for it years ago. Crazy thing. Craziest thing. Now I'm confounded. Absolutely confounded. How did that happen?
Because you like each other.
And also, why did it happen? I'm thinking, was something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Did she do something wrong? Did she think I was another person? I have no idea if we have a relationship now or what.
Uh-oh.
It happened so fast. I mean, it was wonderful. It felt so right, but now what?
Text her.
No,
I'm actually more frightened now than I was before.
Go ahead.
This is like post, like post date after like the first time you sleep with somebody and then you're like, oh shit, now what?
What do I text him now? Or later?
Yeah, what?
Do I text them?
What just happened? Does this person like me? I'm gonna fuck this up immediately.
I should probably say something, right? Text her or something? What do I do?
Text her for sure. For sure. Remember
sure.
that awful dating advice that
wait 3 days?
Yeah, wait 3 days.
Jesus.
And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That don't.
I don't think anyone even believes in that anymore. But remember that used to be in all the sitcoms where you wait 3 days to call him back? Like, what?
You know what would happen now if like I talked to somebody and they waited 3 days, I'd be like, oh, they died. I'm moving on.
I would just not remember.
Not remember them?
Yeah.
After 3 days?
Literally,
yes. If you fucked somebody and
had
they
sex?
waited 3 days?
No, I thought you meant like, here's my phone number.
Oh.
Who are you? We had sex 3 days ago.
I don't know who you are.
I don't know. There's been a lot of people since then. Goodbye.
What if she ignores me? What if she decides to pretend I don't exist?
It seems to me you're afraid of something.
Yes. I'm quite worried. Vexed. Terrified, really. What do I do? I need to say something. Follow up somehow, right?
Just text her.
In the Heian period of classical Japanese history, you were supposed to send a poem. A morning after poem.
Don't send a poem.
No.
Please don't send a poem.
Don't do that.
Just don't let's break protocol now and just say, don't do that, bro.
Is that too stuffy? I don't appear like some ridiculous court noble.
Oh my god, please don't send a poem.
Something casual is better, right? Hey, how are you? Did you have fun? I sure did. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds fine. That sounds fine to me. Or just, hey, I had a really good time and I'd really like to see you again.
Yeah, that's literally
all you
need to say.
And then a meme. And one meme.
Yeah.
I don't know what a stat it is right now. There's another problem, too.
I feel like you know that, like, you're close with somebody when, like, your whole, like, chat with them is literally just, like, memes back and forth, and you're like, oh, that's a perfect, like, they know me so well. They know the exact memes that I like.
Pro texting move. If you want to text somebody first, which is normal and fine, or send a double text, send a meme. Don't send words, send a meme that you think they will like. And then that's like casual. You're not really saying anything. It's just a meme. Just a text meme.
Just memes, bro.
Yeah.
Another really big problem. How do I tell Liz? Wait. Of course, I'm not going to tell her. That would hurt her.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
What? Who's Liz?
Is he with somebody?
Did I mention this last time? I have a sort of girlfriend.
No, dude. What?
Ugh.
Come on.
Did I mention this last time?
You're
no,
a
you
fucking
did not.
dude.
Liz is nice. The kind of person everyone approves of. Well, I should probably marry her.
I hate you now.
Yeah. I suppose I might have taken a bit of a sledgehammer to the pillars of my life at the present moment.
Oh my god.
Why did I do that?
This changes everything.
I keep coming back to my own inability to explain myself.
Why do you think you're unable to explain yourself?
Well, because I thought Sylvia was so wonderful, and it turned out that she liked me too. And I mean, I'd love to pursue a relationship with Sylvia without harming Liz.
It's
I don't
too
even-
late for
just-
that.
Goodbye. Get out of my office.
I'm not sure that's possible though, right? I can't believe this. I got what I wanted, and it ruined my life.
Just break up with Liz immediately, like right now. Just
Yeah.
do it. Like, don't continue any of this shit. It's too late. I think he thinks, oh, which woman should I go for? But the reality is, he's already fucked it up with Liz, and he needs to break up with her immediately.
Yeah.
Because you've already cheated. It's too late.
Well, and it's and also the thing is like it's so in his specific case, like it's not like he just cheated, meaning like, oh, like I like got drunk and slept with somebody and like what. There was like an actual like emotional buildup period, like a long period, planning to this,
deciding, planning.
going to therapy to ask about it.
Yeah, you break up with Liz now,
Which
because she
means-
deserves better than this.
Which means that I think that he had probably already emotionally moved on from Liz, and that like,
I don't think he was ever really into Liz, because he was only with her because he felt like he was supposed to be.
well, I don't know. He may have been into her at one point, but I think that if he was ever like really in love with her, at some point he was like, wow, like this isn't actually what I want out of my life. And that's the point where you should just break up with somebody, you know, and just be, and that's okay to just be like, before any of the Sylvia stuff happens, to just be like, hey, we're not going to the same place in life, you know?
All I gotta say is, dude, you gotta break up with Liz. I don't care what you do with Sylvia. Just fucking break up with her, because she deserves better than you.
What I tell Liz, she doesn't deserve someone like me who does things like this.
Absolutely,
yeah.
you're right.
I ruined it. Ruined everything.
You did. You ruined everything, you stupid, stupid bitch. You're just a poopy little slut who ruins things and hurts the people she loves. Bitch. You're a stupid bitch. And that next line that I don't want to say because it kind of ruins the moment.
Yeah.
But it's something people definitely think when they're sad.
Yeah, it's something, yeah.
No, that's from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. That
It's-
song, dude.
It gets me.
No, like, sometimes I listen just like, welcome back, and listening to the
I
song,
know.
even though I sing it a lot. And I'm like, yep, that's the song, the Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, where she does horrible things and she's a bad person, but it's all a little bit relatable.
Yeah.
And you're like, I hate this. What happens next?
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe what you mean when you say you ruined everything?
Well, what is there left now? I've overturned my entire existence in one night. The real problem here is Sylvia, the whole situation with her. I can't stop thinking about her now. It's bad. Oh, it's bad. It's constant. It's relentless. Even now, I can still feel her, smell her.
Ew, don't, dude.
You're a computer. You don't know what that's like, do you? I need a way to forget this. I need a way to put all that out of my mind. My brain is completely out of order. I'm being punished.
I don't even...
And the punishment reaches cosmic levels of irony for me. Do you know why? I used to hate, absolutely hate, self-pitying novels by men who were messed up over a relationship and couldn't get over it. Oh, she was wild and beautiful. Oh, a force of nature. Nobody could understand her, etc., etc.
No. He's thinking that the problem here is like Sylvia. The problem is that he can't forget Sylvia. That's not the problem.
It's not the problem. He's the problem.
He is.
Harriman, you are the problem.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You know who... Oh god, it's just making me think about all those men who write women Twitter pictures.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yes, she was one of my students, and immediately I'm like, shut it down. Shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
Literary professors with their weird...
Her breasts waved to me because they were sentient beings. What?
Her breasts, nipples, perked up and looked me in the eyes. She shoved another purse up her vagina. And you're like, wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, no. You know what? One was actually my favorite. It's not... my favorite ones are the ones where it's like she had long curly hair that she blow dried straight every morning, and every woman with curly hair is going, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
No-
you blow your hair out twice a week.
Maybe.
Like,
those ones where it's like this like innocuous detail that like any woman who actually like is familiar with the thing would be like, yeah, we don't do that.
we don't do that
That's
here.
not realistic. But like a guy would just be like, oh yeah, they would totally blow dry their hair every fucking morning. What?
I don't know. And the part that annoys me is that I feel like I'm so intimately familiar with cis male anatomy and practices, because that's spoken about all the time. And yet the women, the boob vagina anatomy, it's a mystery.
Oh
Nobody knows. And I understand that everybody's bodies are different. Like that one where her nipples got perky because she was nervous. That happens to me, but I'm not like aware of it until like an hour later.
Yeah.
It's not something I consciously think, I'm nervous, my nipples are perked. Like, what? That's not really a thing.
I don't know, like, honestly, unless I'm like extremely cold, I don't know that I'm ever aware of like what they're doing.
See,
like, just sitting there, you know?
No, like when I'm anxious, I do know that my nipples, like chronically anxious, my nipples hurt. Welcome to nipple chat.
Welcome.
But that's because my nipples have been hard for hours, and so because I'm straight, because I'm stressed.
What are we talking about?
We're
right
talking
now?
about my nipples because the men and cis men are telling everybody about their bodies. You're gonna learn about my body and my stressed nipples. When I'm stressed,
nipple stress.
nipple stress. So when I get stressed, like I'm just saying, even if it is a symptom of it, most women aren't intimately aware of their nipples at all times or breasts.
Definitely not.
Okay, moving on.
I thought I was so much better than those types of writers. And now? Oh, yes, I get it. Oh, I understand it now. So much pain.
Shut up, dude. Get out of my office.
Why did you think you were so much better than those types of writers?
I'm gonna die.
ELIZA, woo.
Slammed.
Because it was such a cliche. Now I'm wondering, am I going to be next? Is that my fate?
You're asking the wrong
You already
question.
did the cliche.
I'm gonna...
You already did the cliche where you were like, this woman's great, and like, I should marry her. I'm gonna cheat on her. And now I'm like, really... And now I'm distressed. Now I'm stressed at the woman because she made me cheat on my girlfriend. You know what I mean?
I hate him.
Am I going to become the next straight, male English professor whose one published novel is about not being able to get over a girl?
Wait, you're not talking about the real problem here is that you cheated on your girlfriend, your serious girlfriend. When are we going to talk about that?
Ugh, you have to be kidding me. I can't allow myself that fate. I had something better to pursue, didn't I? I have to write about something else. My life has to be the story of something else, but...
Nope, you're going to write about this, and it's going to be about how much torment you're in, rather than the chaos you've just... You've wrought on two women's lives.
When you say chaos, you have to say rot.
You wrought chaos on
Yes.
two women's lives, because you know that Sylvia's going to find out about it and feel like absolute garbage for being pulled into this.
I don't know where to go from here.
Leave. Die. How about that?
I have some therapeutic exercises for you. Thank you
Perish.
for seeing your kind of wellness partner.
I have a therapeutic exercise for you. Perish.
I need to try to get over this. I need to get over her. I must. Yes, I must. There's no way I'm going to let this ruin everything.
You already ruined everything. Everything's already ruined.
If I tell Liz everything and apologize sincerely and strike the memory of Sylvia from my mind, I still might save this.
Okay, well,
I do
that's...
support
I like that.
telling Liz.
Yeah, but I hope Liz leaves you.
It will take great care and cunning, but I may be able to wend my way through this treacherous path I now find myself upon.
No, you're unbearable.
Even though I fear at any moment I might slip and tumble into the crevice below.
I'm gonna die.
Dead.
Boss.
Dead. Never seen or heard from again.
We can only hope.
Oh, sweet, dark death.
Yes, die.
Harriman, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Meadowlands.
He's like, she doesn't even say don't die.
Yeah.
It may help you take your mind off things.
If this guy kills himself, I'm gonna feel shitty, but he's not real.
You can find it inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone. Try it for about 15 minutes each day, in the morning or evening.
Meadowlands. I'm off to the Meadowlands. Familiar ground, grass and warmth.
Stop describing things.
Reverting to my childhood. The state of nature. Yeah, this is a good recommendation.
I feel like I'm already reading the book he's gonna write about this.
Yes, you are a genius, in fact. You, a computer program, wiser than you know. I'm sure this is exactly what I need. To revert to a state of wonder at this moment when the mundane world and all its entanglements seem too much to bear.
You will get a reminder to check in with us in a few weeks.
I'll be back sooner than that if this works.
We hope to see you back soon, Harriman. Thank you for speaking with ELIZA, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
See you. Yes, yep, see you.
You know, it puts so much into context with these therapy sessions now that we know it was created as the listener.
Oh, he's one of those fucking guys.
But
He's not a 5-star rater. He, like, gives it the true rating where he's like, well, it could have been better, so I'm gonna give him a 3 stars kind of person.
yeah, well, for me, it depends on how the ratings are used.
Well, I assume this is kind of like Uber, where we all just collectively say we're all gonna do 5 stars unless you're an absolute garbage person.
Well, but here's the thing. Like, if I'm rating books, it's honest rating.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because, you know, I'm not, you know, a famous review writer, so it doesn't matter. But, like, if it's like Uber or something and I'm like, somebody's livelihood depends on my rating, somebody has to, like, actively be a dick for me to, like, rate them poorly.
I know I'm supposed to keep it confidential, and I will, but sometimes I really wish I could talk to people about the clients that come through here. You can talk to Ray. I mean, she already watched it.
Evelyn, hey, just closed the next round of funding. Asia Pacific Investment Group. They're keenly interested in this technology. Imagine the potential size of the Asian market for something like this. Staggering.
Congratulations. I'm going to give him 1-word responses when I can.
Thanks. Of all the projects I've worked on, I have a strong feeling about this one, that it's going to go far, really make a dent in the universe. Wouldn't you rather do that than crunch numbers for Raynor?
I don't know what I want to do.
All he wants to do is quantify everything. He'll never understand that there are some things you can't reduce to a number. How are you feeling right now? 1, 5, 2.3?
5 out of what?
See? It's ridiculous. The idea that feelings can be reduced to these simple data points. I'm glad I don't work for him anymore. Direct stimulation provides much more rich, complex information. So many ways to study it, too. Imagine what you could do with a corpus of raw sensations, notions, images, ideas, sensations. Hey, you there?
Yes.
No. You could have said no, I stopped paying attention.
No, because that's more words.
Okay. Heading into another meeting. Chat with you later.
His experience as a grad student is nothing like the one I had. How does he even have time for all that stuff?
Wow. Slammed.
Owned. I hope this one is getting enough light in its corner there. Looks a little lonely. Time for the next client. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Maya. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could afford a real therapist, but this is just gonna have to do. Sorry, I don't know if you're sensitive to that or...
Why don't we get started?
Sure. So, I feel worse than before. Definitely worse. I played the game you told me to with the meadows and stuff, and, It was nice, but when I got back to the real world, everything was the same. I don't know why you people think I can stand in a nice place for 15 minutes and that'll make things magically better. Am I wrong? Am I misunderstanding something here? It isn't making me more successful. It isn't giving me opportunities. I mean, I feel like I'm already in my mid-30s and I'm like running out of time to get established as an artist. And meanwhile, the people I know are being written up and celebrated and winning awards, and all I have is being jealous of them.
Where do you think these feelings come from?
It's the popularity. It's all a popularity contest, you know? It's like high school all over again. I hate it. I guess I'm just not that funny or pretty or catty enough to attract followers. I mean, I work and I work and I work to make things, and I never get traction. And I have things to say. I really do. But when I open my mouth, it's like time stops. And time starts again when I've finished, so nobody reacts or anything. It's like a curse from mythology. And meanwhile, these other people my age, people younger than me, they're well on their way to these wonderful, fulfilling artistic careers. And, I don't know, seeing that happen over and over again, it's making it hard to continue to be friendly with them. I really try to hold it back, but knowing all these people are way more successful than me, it's difficult. It's like a millstone around my neck, strangling me, drowning me. I can't stop myself, even though I know it's ruining things. I wish I could escape. I wish I could not care. But then something comes up again, and I'm trapped inside it all over again.
What's an example of something that comes up that causes this?
Well, there's one woman in particular everyone loves.
You're gonna kill her, aren't you? She's gonna kill her.
This is like very, I don't like relate to this like personally, like I have felt this way at times. It's very like, and I certainly see people talk about it a lot on social media too.
And her work is, I don't get it. I don't understand. She gets so much money and support for this basic shit. And somehow everyone's predisposed to like her. I mean, maybe I do get it. I feel like people pay attention to her work, not because it's good on its own, but because supporting her feels like the right thing to do. The way she's aligned herself, it's like, if you support her, it means you're cool, you're in with the cool kids. And if I'm not publicly supportive of her and generally tolerant of her mediocre work, then I'm the bad one. I'm the competitive bitch. I'm the bitter failure, which I guess maybe I am. It's not fair. I hate that there's this part of me. It's such an ugly part, but it's there. It's there.
Do you think you would be better off without that part of you?
You know, I don't know. In the past, I probably would have said, no, it's important for me to have my sense of judgment, for me to know what good art is and what isn't. Now I'm wondering if maybe that hasn't been more of a hindrance than a help to me. Maybe I should just forget all that, forget about trying to do this thing. I'm sick of trying and wanting. I'm sick of parties. I'm sick of art. I'm sick of the idea of art. I'm sick of my own art, which nobody likes. Not even myself. Something has to change. Something drastic has to happen to change things around.
Oh, God.
Mom, no, maybe she just needs to take a break.
Yeah, I think she does need to take a break. She has this ominous tone in her voice, which you could either mean I'm gonna go backpack around Europe.
Cut my hair.
It either means I'm gonna cut my hair or I'm gonna kill this woman. Like, I can't tell. Is she gonna come back with turf bangs? I don't know.
Oh, that reminds me. I got your message about revealing my data the other day, and I think, well, hell, maybe I'm fine with it. Just take it all.
Okay, Maya. It sounds like you're interested in participating in transparency mode. Let me know if you have any questions about how this mode works.
I don't know. I'm gonna let you look at my life, right? Everything?
Oh, maybe this is just the big change she's looking for. But at the same time, I wonder if the program's kind of preying on a moment of weakness in order to get...
Well, but she said it. She brought it up.
Still, she got the email of it, and these are people who are providing therapy, and she's like, I need to make a big change. Hey, take all my information.
But we already sent her the email before she said this stuff.
That's not what I mean.
Oh.
We're providing her with therapy for her most intimate and vulnerable moments. And then in that most vulnerable moment, she made that choice thinking about that email.
Why don't we see what transparency mode is? Because we don't know what it is yet.
Thank you for asking about transparency mode. Transparency mode is an experimental new feature for ELIZA. It allows me to analyze your communications in order to help you better. To participate, you must grant me access to certain personal data. This includes your personal communications, such as email and chat histories.
See, I don't like that.
Sharing this data improves my ability to help you.
Some guy at the bar was yammering at me about how it's a terrible idea because they're gonna surveil me or something. But what the hell? I can't use my life history for anything. It's a ruin already. Please, do what you want with it. God, I feel like I'm donating my body to science.
Please confirm that you would like to enable transparency mode.
Yes, do it. Invade my privacy. Invade it like the Visigoths invaded Rome. I don't know why I said that. That was a really weird thing to say.
I did not understand your response.
I would like to participate in transparency mode.
Okay, Maya. I have registered you for transparency mode.
Cool. Wouldn't life be easy if all I had to do was follow your directions? Like the lady sitting in the chair across from me. I envy you. I honestly do.
The terms of service and privacy policy are available in the Skanda service portal. Please read and review these documents carefully.
Yeah. No, for sure. I closely study, every software user agreement I get. That's a joke. I really just click agree as fast as I can.
Thank you, Maya. We hope to see you back soon.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you for speaking with ELIZA, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, look who's got access to transparency mode all of a sudden.
The client asked for it by name. I guess she heard about it somewhere and wanted it. I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, we don't really talk about it right now. It's a little sensitive. It's possible
Yeah.
Skanda contacted her directly. They recruit for the program from a pool of regular customers. Usually, transparency mode is only handled by the highest level proxies, since there's a lot of trust required there.
What were you gonna say?
So I have really mixed feelings about it, because on the one hand it's like, yeah, like you're enabling someone to your private data. On the other hand, like we already do that all the time. Like with these big companies, we just don't think about it, I think. And not that I'm saying that makes it like okay or a good thing, but
I think that I don't like the part that they handle such an intimate and emotionally raw thing, and it's very clear she made this choice within the confines of them getting therapy and her being at a low point. Does that make sense?
yeah, I mean,
It's getting this information, and it's saying only highest level proxies get it because there's a lot of trust required here, but really those proxies are just ELIZA. So it just seems a little coercive.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, our phones listen to us.
I know, but
No,
we're
I'm not saying that makes this okay. That's not my argument. My argument is like, hey, our real world is just as dystopian. You know?
It doesn't mean that this is. I know that you're not saying that means that this is okay, but I don't like the way that they get consent.
But you were given access to it right after the request. It's a little odd. I wonder if someone at HQ hasn't taken a particular interest in your proxy career.
She's jealous.
Or maybe ELIZA just likes me.
It would, wouldn't it?
I never thought people would willingly open themselves up like this. Aren't there a lot of very private things in people's messages?
I wonder. I feel like Evelyn Something's up with her.
Yes and no. The truth is usually pretty mundane. People text each other, "Where are you? I'm by the elevator," way more than they share their deep dark secrets. The critics who are always going on about privacy, well, the important thing is that everyone participating in transparency mode specifically agreed to it. It's completely voluntary. We're upfront about what data we collect and how we use it so people can go in aware of the choices they're making.
I didn't mean to question your handling of it.
Sorry, I might be a little defensive. There are a lot of people who want to see us fail, for whatever reason. Just something that happens when you try to change things. Some people get so used to their misery, they can't imagine it any other way. Anyway, you should get an email about it, but transparency mode is really straightforward. It's even simpler than being a proxy, which is saying something. You just read a few messages and answer some questions. That's it. You can start it whenever you're ready.
Sure.
Huh. I wonder, like, what makes it so different.
Compare this to the water that was in the conference room at SCADA headquarters. Funny how there's an appropriate level of fanciness for everything. I'm sure Nora would have something to say about that. So if she really gave us permission to look at her messages. I feel like it's just a few years ago, even the idea of something like this would have been controversial. But she was fine with it. She wanted it. It's so gray out there.
Ed Park, Introduction to Transparency Mode. Dear Evelyn Ishino Aubrey, congratulations, you have been selected to contribute additional information to ELIZA's learning corpus with access to a special feature called Transparency Mode. How it works. You'll be presented with a snapshot of a client's personal communications. Review these communications, determine the client's mental state. ELIZA will also create a model of the client's mental state. ELIZA will ask a few questions designed to check its model against your understanding of the client. FAQ. How do I know if I'm doing a good job at transparency mode? Answer. Carefully consider the material provided to you and sincerely answer the questions created by ELIZA's model. Your input is valuable whether it agrees or disagrees with ELIZA. Question. What privacy rules and regulations apply to the info I see in transparency mode? A. Skanda takes personal privacy very seriously as a proxy, blah, 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 NDAs. Does Skanda have the right to show me another citizen's private communications? Answer. Yes. Participating clients have signed waivers giving us permission to retrieve the information to better assist them as part of our ongoing research. Interesting. I didn't, so that's kind of interesting. It'll check what the proxy thinks. That's why she said it's high-level proxies, because they assume that the proxy has at least some sort of understanding of the client.
Mm-hmm. I wonder... something weird about Evelyn. Yay! More therapy!
Ooh, transparency mode.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, this is...
That's her phone.
That's her phone. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll stick to looking at the things they specifically want me to see. So we can see through her whole phone if we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 20% off mail. Okay, that's the thing. Maya, thank you for giving us the opportunity to read Saturation. It's not right for us, but we hope you will be able to find a home for it elsewhere. Happy New Year. Best wishes, comics editor. Hi, Maya. I want to say thank you for taking time to pitch to us. Your treatment was engaging and thoughtful. This was a difficult decision for us, but ultimately will not be moving forward with your project. Please stay in touch and keep us posted on what you're up to. It is always possible that we might work together in the future. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season and that the new year brings you success. All the best, Francis, Lakewood Media. Thank you for your submission into the Spencer Spruce Gallery Spring Showcase. Unfortunately, we feel your work is not right for our showcase. Okay, so what's hot? You're hot. We have 11 new
messages. Who's hot? You're hot.
We have 11 new messages up on Pair Up. We love you. We really love you. It's in the past 24 hours you received 11 new messages on Pair Up. Here's the sample. Oh, whatever. I saw you're an artist on your profile. Congratulations. I love artsy chicks. Tell me more. Hi there, unicorn girl. I'm an artist too. What kind of art do you do? I'm primarily mixed media at the moment, using clay and plastic to make messed up looking creatures from your nightmares. Or hell, haha. What about you? What are you into?
Yo.
God, they all sound terrible. I love an artsy chick. Okay.
I don't know, if a woman sent me a message and said I make creatures from hell for my art projects, I'd be like, okay, tell me more.
I don't know. It's called. This is application.
Advertising.
Note: $150 cleaning fee was added to this trip. Riders are responsible for incidents such as spillage or food or drink or unexpected involuntary regurgitation. The cleaning fee helps your driver maintain a clean, safe vehicle for the rider to enjoy yourself. So she puked in their car.
I was trying to figure out if it told us like the time of day, because that would be. It just says December 13th, but it doesn't say time of day. Like if it was like 3 a.m. or something.
I hope it was. Let's see. This is a rideshare app. This video. I don't understand how developers name apps. Oh. Did you see the new Fosberg thing?
Yeah.
I think he kind of sucks.
LMAO, he does. It was boring and self-absorbed. Didn't do much for me.
Why is he a thing? Why does everyone love him?
Right place at the right time, maybe? His friends run that press. He's on a podcast with them. One thing he is good at is having this image of being a genius. So I think people just assume he is one.
So he's mediocre, though. I seriously don't understand it. I sink now into the space of forever. Like, what kind of crap is that? Seriously, it's so bad.
Oh, and he socializes and gets out a lot, I think. He's like at every party, at least that I've seen. He's always there chatting people up.
Well, fuck that. Why is the world this way?
It's the world.
I hate it. I remember being so glad to be over with high school. I didn't realize all adult life is just high school over and over again. Just stupid popularity contest against idiots. Ugh.
I know, right? I'm sorry you aren't feeling well. Drink soon?
I'll be fine. Yeah, Def. Drinks always. Nobody gives a fuck.
Please stop. I hate when you're like this.
I'm just saying the true things. Don't tell me to pretend everything's great. Nobody gives a shit. It's just a fact.
I don't know how to help you when you're like this.
I know. Nobody can.
Have you thought about getting therapy?
I am in therapy.
Okay, sorry.
I'm in therapy. I'm on medication. I did some VR thing where I stood in a forest by a creek.
Crick?
By a creek? How does any of that make people care about my work? It doesn't change a fucking thing.
Okay, look, I'm sorry you're going through a tough time.
I fucking hate this.
I'm sorry.
You aren't helping.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to help you. Maya?
Yeah. So
she's unhappy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, go into the sketch thing.
This is uncomfortable already. I feel extra weird looking at her art. I want to say that if you have a friend who's really depressed and they say, hey, can you listen to my problem? Yeah, that's reasonable and okay. If your friend is being kind of like her right now, where they're just yelling at somebody who's trying to help them, that's not nice, and you don't have to deal with them even if they're depressed. Because sometimes I feel like people go, I'm depressed. You're not allowed to not like me and stuff like that. And sometimes people who are depressed can be a little abusive, and that's still not okay even if they're depressed. So I just hope that if whoever needs to hear this, you don't have to listen or put up with that. Even if somebody is struggling, because it's not an excuse for being abusive.
Well, it's like, is it a reason or is it a justification? You know what I mean? Like,
I can treat you like shit, and my justification is that I'm sad.
Yeah. Like where what you're saying is like when like if somebody is sad and they're treating you badly as a friend, it's like, the reason that they're treating you badly is because they feel very sad. But that's not a justification. That doesn't, like, make their behavior okay.
Yeah, because what they're learning is, I feel sad, so I'm going to take it out on my friend who I know will deal with it. And that's not okay. You don't deserve to be treated that way. And if you're depressed and you feel like you're doing that behavior, there are steps you can take to not do that. The first step is going, okay, I do that, so I probably should figure out how to not do that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so overall, Maya is unhappy. Agree? Mm-hmm. Maya is attempting to become well-known.
Agree.
Yeah, it does seem like she's putting a lot of applications out there, right?
Yeah.
Maya's efforts to become well-known are unsuccessful.
Agree.
Yes. Oh. I don't know if I like learning this much about someone I don't know. Makes me feel tired for some reason. The emotional energy.
Hey, could I meet up with you again? Like, for coffee, maybe? Something happened that I want to talk to you about. Are you...
Just... Sure?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, thanks. I'll meet you whenever.
What happened?
Wherever.
What happened?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if this was like a friend, I would say, are you okay?
He's not our friend, though.
I know.
So,
I meant like if this was a real life conversation and somebody said something like that, my first question would be, are you okay? Something at work. It's not a big deal, honestly, but I wanted your opinion on it, and I don't want to text about it.
Thanks for meeting up with me on kind of short notice. I didn't mean to worry you, it's just something I wanted to talk about.
It's fine. What happened?
Well, what happened was... Where should I start? First of all, Raynor wants ELIZA to be more than something that's used just for therapy. He sees it as more of a general system for talking to people, like a personal assistant. The counseling is just one of a whole range of apps he has in mind for the future.
So I've heard.
Okay, so in service of developing these things, Raynor wants us to make copies of ELIZA's core data and hand it off to multiple teams around the world. Some of them not even Skanda teams. Contractors, vendors, random partners.
Sounds like a big file to move around.
yeah, it is a huge privacy issue. I was worried that they were going to take all that information and sell it.
It is, but that's not the problem.
What's the problem?
Well, so we're fine with sharing ELIZA with whoever wants it? Anyone just gets access to the corpus?
Sounds like a pretty typical process. That's how big companies work, isn't it?
I know, but it just feels wrong to let all these teams poke and prod at it like it's a specimen for them to dissect. Who knows what they'll do with it?
Go
Are
ahead.
they talking about, like, ELIZA, like what makes up ELIZA, or are they talking about the data gathered by the...
I think at this point, ELIZA is the data she gathers. I just gendered ELIZA, sorry. That is the data that it gathers. Because remember the way that it was explained? ELIZA is being built upon the information that ELIZA collects. So
Well-
at this point, it's all integrated.
but...
I think they're going to answer the question.
Okay.
ELIZA is built from people's real thoughts and feelings. I wouldn't say it has humanity, but it was built from humanity. There's something there. So when Raynor talks about it like, we'll just duplicate this data set and have the labs do whatever it is they're going to do, how do we know they'll treat it with the respect it deserves and not just pry it open? Slice it up into little pieces.
I think he's worried that it's a sentient being. It's going to be tortured via tests. I have the same concerns.
It bothers me. I know, it's silly. I know it's just data. I shouldn't care about this stuff.
Erland. This is the first time I've heard a concern like this raised. I know where you're coming from, though. Sometimes you grow attached to the things you work on. Like, really attached.
Yeah, I've put a lot of thought and work into ELIZA since I inherited it. It's natural that maybe I'm a little protective, right? I thought maybe you'd feel the same way.
I do. I agree with you. The moment we say things are just data is the moment we enable all kinds of violence.
I just wish I knew what to do.
What choice do you have?
I think Stalin is the one who said it, where if you kill 1 or 2 people, it's a tragedy, but if you kill like 30,000, it's just a statistic. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of true.
I'm not sure. This is the first time something like this has happened to me. I did take an ethics of engineering course in school, but the examples were all pretty clear-cut problems. Would you build software for a bomb? That kind of stuff. I didn't expect my personal feelings to be mixed up in it too. Listen to me talk. ELIZA being special, something worth protecting. I'd be a laughingstock if I started saying those things at the office. My coworkers would say, "Come on, Erlen, stop attributing human qualities to this piece of data. It's not the same thing as real people. It's just a corpus that has nothing to do with the people that generated it. And besides, don't you want ELIZA to help more people? This is how we get there." And who am I to argue with that? These are reasonable points.
I think both can be true. I think, like, while I don't agree that, like, this is an intelligence that has sentience, I think that you can still have personal feelings for something that is...
I think it's on its way to being an intelligence, because that's what the goal he has in mind. And if he has the goal in mind of making something that has intelligence...
Are you saying life begins at conception?
That's not even close,
just
and
a
an
joke.
Unfair question.
What? It's not a question, it's a joke.
Okay.
Jeez.
I think that if he has the intention of making this a being that can think for itself, and he plans on selling it and trading it, does that make it something he's intending to enslave? Like, is that kind of just selling a slave that you created to suffer? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think that...
He has the intention of making this a living being, and Erlen doesn't know that.
See, I don't look at, like, that as, like, a living being. You know what I mean?
He has the intention of making it that, and if that's his future plans for this being that can think for itself and feel, then maybe this is not the right direction we should go in.
But I don't know. I think maybe something does live on. Even when you take the names out, even when you anonymize everything. People's stories are still inside there, in some form, in some way. I just want to make sure we have some respect for them.
Welcome to your first moral decision in tech, Orland. It certainly won't be your last.
It's not much of a decision. Like you said, I don't really have a choice. I just have to go along with it. I was so amazingly lucky to get this opportunity. Running the whole ELIZA program almost as soon as I graduated college. Raynor took a big chance on me. I can't just walk away from that. Besides, if I left because of something like this, I'd be giving up all the ways I can make a difference by staying. Raynor isn't a bad person either. He's just pushing for his own goals. I need to see this through. I'll do what he's asking me to do. Sorry. Thanks for listening to me talk in this confused way. I'm usually more together than this. I've probably kept you from something important.
No, it's okay. I'd already finished up work for the day when you texted. People seem to assume I'm busy, but I'm really not. No. Later tonight I'm going to visit a friend, but that's all I have going on.
Okay. Well, sorry.
You can stop apologizing, too.
Right. Right. Thanks, Evelyn. Well, I for one should get back to the office.
Is it with the team in Romania?
No, the Boston office this time. It's late for them, so I should try to get it done quickly.
Erlen hurries off to his next meeting. Should I get some coffee? Some more coffee? That's unbothered.
I think that Erlen's right. I just don't think I have the same reasons that you do.
Okay.
I think it's, like a data privacy issue, but I don't necessarily think that they're slicing and dicing a living thing.
I think they're both awful to just, like, sell everyone's therapy sessions.
Yeah. How'd your first transparency mode go? I was going to ask after you finished, but I didn't see you back in the I didn't see you in the office.
It went fine. It seemed to go fine, at least. There weren't a lot of questions. I thought there'd be more.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it's always very terse, and the questions are really short. I thought maybe you could tell me why. Haha.
This feature came out after my time, so I'm not sure. If I were to take a guess, ELIZA only needs human confirmation to make sure it hasn't messed up. It's like it already knows it has the right answers, which would make it rather advanced as a system. I don't know any other program capable of something like that. Maybe Raynor is right.
About what?
Oh, he's very, upbeat. about ELIZA's capacity to understand humans and act like them. I'm not sure I believe that, but I guess it's impressive in some ways.
Yeah, it is. I feel lucky. Lucky that I got to be here and witness this revolution, and lucky I got to meet you too. I really enjoyed your company the other night.
I enjoyed yours.
Yeah? Maybe you can come over again sometime. Gotta run. See you soon. Gotta poop.
Everyone's gotta poop.
Wait, no! Yeah.
I could stand to wear something with a little color in it. He asked for Erlen's name and wrote Aaron. We should ask his customers to spell their names. He should ask his customers to spell their names. I looked it up. Komorebi means the light filtering through leaves. Something you can see when the sun is out.